I'm Marc Douglas Berardo.
I'm Grace Morrison,
And
we're in the music room.
Yesterday I went drinking, even though I knew I should not. But my hands were shaking and my body aching, till I had that first shot. And I'm having trouble breathing when I am alone. I get so lonely at the end of the day, I just can't stay home. And when the glow wears off and I can no longer fly, it's when I'm gonna have to face up to the truth and rectify. Yeah, yeah. You see me, I've been dancing with the troubles since I was 16. I went down every wild road, I never said no to a crazy scene. And my mother tried to save me, God rest her soul. But there's only so many things a mother's love can control. And when the glow wears off and I can no longer fly, I tell myself I'll have to face up to the truth and rectify. Yeah. Here I am, gone again today. All the work I had in my head, it just slips away. Yeah. And when the glow wears off and I can no longer fly, I tell myself that tomorrow I'll wake up and commit to starting over. To myself I will admit that this time I'm really gonna try to face up to the things that I am not and rectify. Rectify. Yeah.
Great song.
Thank you.
Loved it. Marc Douglas Berardo. And we also have Grace Morrison. Thank you all for coming this evening.
Thanks for having us.
We've been excited and waiting for you to come. You had such a cool poster you sent to us for your stuff, announcing the show upcoming. We loved it. Rectify, what a great song.
Thank you.
Tell us where you got the idea for the song.
Well, it's clearly about a character that's in stress, struggling with something. It's not about me. I still take a drink. It's not that. But you live long enough, you have friends like that, you know people like that, and it just sort of fell together. That kind of deal that you make with yourself, that you're going to fix it and you're going to rectify this problem. So
yeah, it'd be nice if we could fix everybody, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah. It's not possible.
Grace, you have a song called Why I Need You.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I wrote this, I often say, I went from this single 20-something with cats to married with 3 teenage stepdaughters. And now I have a 1-year-old son.
Oh, wow.
And so that was a change.
Yeah.
And so it's just about that. It's you have a family with that many people in it, and sometimes you're in it and you don't fully appreciate how much you need them. And I just realized one day how much I did. Looking at you, looking at me, it's a miracle, my little family. And it pulls me through fantasy. I got my fix, digging holes and pick up sticks. But when I see you, I think, hey sister, hey brother, it's plain to see we need each other in a world gone bad with pain and sickness. We give each other emotional fitness. It's plain and it's hard. We play games when it's dark. We see each other all the way through. And that's why I need you. You've seen me once, you've seen me twice at my worst, when it all bites. And when I've been blue, hearts and home and sea and air, she shows her teeth but we don't care, because we all do. And I think, hey sister, hey brother, it's plain to see we need each other in a world gone bad with pain and sickness. We give each other emotional fitness. It's plain and it's hard. We play games when it's dark. We see each other all the way through. And that's why I need you. Oh, we're fighting ourselves again, because we're standing with such thin skin. And I think, hey sister, hey brother, it's plain to see we need each other in a world gone bad with pain and sickness. We give each other emotional fitness. It's plain and it's hard. We play games when it's dark. We see each other all the way through. And that's why I need you. Thank you.
Great song. Back to Mr. Mark.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Your song, Every Passing Day. Tell us about that.
Well, the fact is, it's simply a song about getting older, and what I've noticed, I wrote it a couple of years ago, and in the recent times that I've done it, I've been forgetting the words. So,
Oh, hey, there you go. You're living up to your song.
Exactly. So that's really what it is. It's just a sort of a thinking about the passing of time.
Yeah.
How long can you run, trying to outrace the setting sun? How long can you roll before you're gonna have to pay the toll? See, the body breaks and is slow to respond, and the mind's half full, then it's half gone. And the hair on your head turns to gray. every passing day. Little by little, every passing day. Little by little, every passing day. You see, time is a currency that you can't save. It's crashing on the beach like so many waves. And the body is just wires and bones. It's slowly broken up by sticks and stones. And each moment comes and then it's gone. It's out into the great beyond. And the hair on your head turns to gray. With every passing day, little by little, every passing day. Little by little, every passing day. You see, I heard it said that nothing lasts, that everything now will surely be past. Bobby says you better get busy being born. And Dinah says blow your horn. Dinah says blow your horn. See, everything that matters, matters now. Everything's changing and the moon is jumping over the cow. You got 24 hours on the clock. Somewhere in the cradle, the baby gonna rock. Somewhere in the cradle, the baby gonna rock. You got mother and child in a beautiful bond. And the child grows up and the child is gone. And the hair on your head turns to gray. With every passing day, little by little, every passing day. With every passing day, little by little, every passing day. Little by little, every passing day. Little by little, every passing, every passing day.
Such a nice song. Almost makes you want to get old.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah.
But I do like
It's
that.
coming.
I do
Don't
like
go
the
that far.
song.
Thank you.
Grace, joyful noise.
Yes.
Now, is that from your child?
Well,
Or
yeah. So I don't know. My son is 1, and I don't know that I had postpartum depression, but I certainly had some feelings for a while after having him, and so it's kind of a song that came from that.
I got some cough drops up there. If you need them, they're in that there. Okay, and they're right back.
I was feeling down, but I'm on my way to feeling good. Something about a life of fighting makes you feel empty, but you never know it. Burning, but you never show it. Holding tight to the pieces that'll fall away. Oh, joyful noise. Oh, joyful noise. Come to my lips, don't let me forget that loving shouldn't be so hard. I was on my way to trouble, seething hard and never seeing home. Something about life you're fighting that makes you feel haunted, but you never know it. Harmless, but you never show it. Holding tight to the pieces that you never had. A joyful noise, a joyful noise. Come to my lips, don't let me forget that loving shouldn't be so hard. Quiet, and I hear the truth of my heart. Come to me quickly, distraction before I admit I'm home. But I'm on my way to feeling whole. When you lay down the armor and you can hear that joyful noise, that joyful noise. Come to my lips, don't let me forget that loving shouldn't be so hard. My lips, don't let me forget that loving shouldn't be so hard. Thank you.
The tone of your voice is right on the verge of frail, which is what makes it perfect because you never go there. But you flirt with it all the time. You know what I mean, Mark?
I do.
Yeah, it's
a beautiful quality.
It is.
Thank
real.
you.
Tell us about Letting You Blow Away.
Letting You Blow Away. That's it's a kind of a new song for me. I wrote it driving to Key West, Florida. You know, that beautiful drive from Homestead, Florida. I was in Sugarloaf Key, and it was one of the rare things. I just pulled over the side of the road in a rent-a-car, and almost all of it came to me. I finished it during a Super Bowl game in a hotel in Orlando, but it's not the best part of the story. The best part was that it really sort of just came out. I got a guitar sitting in Sugarloaf Key just by the side of the A1A, and I just made it up. So.
I want to hear that song.
Okay.
Cool.
Standing on the edge of the turquoise sea, thinking about you, searching for me, untying the lines, casting off the winter's ghosts, and I'm letting you blow away, and I'm letting you blow away. Wild bird lands on a low wire. The day is done, the sky on fire. I got one hand holding tightly onto mangrove root, and the other is letting you blow away. I'm letting you blow away. Staring out across the western sky, it's clear there are things here I can no longer deny. So I'm giving up what was never really mine. letting you blow away from the deepest places and out across the bay, over the gulf into the distant forming storm. Yeah. Staring out across the western sky, again it's clear there are things here I can no longer deny. And I carried you with me down every wild road I've run. As much as I will always love you, as much as I will always care, I can no longer hold you in these strengthening winds. So I am letting you blow away. I'm letting you blow away, and I'm letting you blow away.
Yeah.
Nice song, real nice song.
Really nice.
Before you tell us about the song "Mothers," which I can't wait to hear about, your writing of that song, I wanted to take just a second to thank Susie Markland for getting us together.
Yeah,
Thank you, Susie. Appreciate that.
The snooze.
She's sitting back here in the back. Susie's extraordinary. Also, I want people to know how to reach you guys on the internet. So, Grace, I'll start with you, and just how do people find you on the internet?
GraceMorrison.com. It's got
Easy
links
enough.
to all the stuff, and there's 2 R's and 1 S, like Jim and Van.
Okay. And Mark?
It's markdouglas.com, and that's Mark with a C, and markdouglas.com, yeah. And then there's all the other stuff, all the
So
social
just
network
listed
stuff.
as Mark Douglas.
Yeah, that's right, because the last name is just too tricky for even me to remember.
Okay. What's your name again? Oh,
Nobody knows.
tell us about Mothers.
Sure. I've never unleashed it before. It's different from all my other songs because I was driving down the road with my son and just singing to him about stuff like we do. I was like, oh, there's a tree and there's some leaves, and just it turned into this thing where I was telling him all these cool things in life, and I got to thinking about how I'm going to have to share with him some of the bad things too someday. And I was thinking about, I'm sitting here enjoying my little guy, but some mothers aren't so lucky, and so I was just that's what
And
I was,
how old
I
is
was
this
thinking
youngster?
about. He's 1.
See?
Just turned 1.
Little guy.
Yeah.
Does he have a job?
Being cute.
There's some babies made their fortune by now.
There are mothers and there are sons. There are planes in the heavens above. There is dirt and there is mud. There is hurting and there is love. Just a flash across the road. Hearts racing as the car is slowed. There is life in every leaf, and there is blood inside of me. There is rain and tired feet. Baby, babies crying in the desert heat, and mama sings while mama cries the last of her sweet lullabies. Ooh. There is comfort and there is warmth. There is shelter from every storm. There is hope and there is light, just like darkness in the night. There are mothers and there are sons. There are flowers and there are guns. While we smile, somebody sighs. My darling, open your eyes.
Very nice.
You're one of those moms who loves being a mom, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. No, it just emanates from you. You radiate the love that you have of being a mother. I think that's great.
Thank you.
I didn't have that, but I mean,
See, Margaret, we're going to get back at you now.
but I love my kids. Don't get me wrong, but that probably wasn't the favorite time of my life.
You
Doing
ever
that.
heard dropped off from outer space? Just appeared there one day. Members of my family, I've got a cousin in Florida that I'm quite sure was dropped off another planet. Steve.
Yeah.
So you've got a song. You've got a song called Lightning.
Yeah.
Guthrie Kennard's done a song in here called Thunder and Lightning. Because there ain't no right.
That's right.
If I remember right. what is your lightning? Tell us about it, lightning.
Well, Lightning
That's your
is
lightning.
it's a story song. I lived in Santa Cruz, California, up in the mountains in Bonnie Doon. I was in my mid-20s, and if you know Santa Cruz, it's a place where basically 60s rock stars go to retire. Looking around this room, all your posters, you're probably familiar with these guys. All my neighbors were from like the Moby Grape or something like that. You know? And it was a cool place. It was like they had a Volkswagen repair shop called like the Old Volks Home. It was very sort of hippie place,
Yeah.
But and it had its charms, but it was pretty isolated up there. And I would drink in the afternoons occasionally at a place called the Brookdale Lodge. It's still there, I think. And there was a guy named Lightning who everybody really they really loved this guy, but he was eccentric, to say the least. So I got to know him a little bit, and he seemed to me eventually sort of like a casualty of his generation. And so I just made up this song about him.
There's a lot of the people on these walls in here that were casualties.
That's
of our
right. Yeah, you
generation.
can feel it in this room.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Honestly.
I feel like I'm right back there right now. So here we go. "1966, the world was just waking up and coming to. In San Francisco, the Beatles played Candlestick, and everything was feeling brand new. And the Beat Poets had all but left North Beach, and the scene had moved to the park. In the middle of all that, my man Lightning lit up the dark. He was born Charlie McChristie in an East Coast suburban town. He was a country club kid with a silver spoon, playing on the fresh cut ground. And all the teachers called him brilliant, and all the girls, they loved his face. But He could not feel the love inside. First chance he got, he lit up out of that place. Just like lightning, he was flashing. He was off and on, and then he was gone. He took a scholarship to San Francisco State, had all the promise in the world. Soon discovered pills in the carousel ballroom and those free love girls. And it didn't take long to change him, and Lightning stopped going to class. A few hits of Owsley will do that to you. Lightning told me a few hits of Owsley would put you on your ass. Yeah, his hippie friends, they called him Lightning, and that suited him just fine. In fact, his mind was moving fast and always working overtime. See, he had the idea for the space phone, personal arithmetic machine. But the drugs kept the genius bottled up, and they remained just dreams. He could not bottle the lightning that was flashing, and it was off and on. Brother, he was gone. They were thrown around the I Ching, and they were dancing round the fire. It would be hard to find a place on earth right then that was getting any higher. Got your LSD, Escondido. Lightning passed that acid test, but he still could not find the love inside. It left him disillusioned and depressed. See, the 60s, they slid into the 70s, and Lightning drifted further west to a beach shack in Lahaina. But by then he was just a mess, and the dope was replaced by hard liquor and an anger inside. For him the free love dream was over, for Lightning it was a lie. He drowned one night in Kauai, drunk on stolen cheap champagne. His Hawaiian friends at the funeral didn't even know his real name. But that's just a thumbnail sketch of Lightning. Man, he came, then he went. See, one minute you're here, and then you disappear. Your life lost in the firmament. You're like lightning, you are flashing, and then you're off and on, and then you are gone. You're like lightning, you are flashing, and you're off and on, and then you are gone.
I think a lot of us that grew up at that time might know him by a different name.
That's right. Yeah.
Grace, the sharpest arrow.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
See, you said I'm one of those moms that just loves being a mom.
Yeah.
But I think in a lot of ways I was misled about what motherhood was going to be like.
Yeah.
Now that means you were led.
Well, my sister-in-law is one of those moms that loves being a mom. Like, she's got 4 kids and got her doctorate in there, and she's like this amazing, and she's happy and never stressed. At least it seems that way.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, okay,
She takes Prozac.
Or smokes a fatty every once in a while.
Yeah, one of the two, or both.
So I was gonna be like that was the plan.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the Prozac, and
They issue that when you become a mom. You get that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. And so it was one of those early days where I hadn't slept at all, and I was trying to figure out like how I was gonna go brush my teeth, and that's when I realized the duality of motherhood, because it's just so beautiful but also like kind of gritty. So that's what this is. He looks up and I'm weary. It's enough to break me. The eyes that I color, the fingers I'm counting, they think that I smother, the pressure is mounting. Heart is the others, they say that it is. No glory or greater mountain to miss than this. How could I know that I would fall? Victim of the sharpest arrow of all. Just a touch of his hand, and I fall through quicksand. I'm a mess and it's deeper than ever before. Oh, arms that are always begging for more. I read all the good books and scholarly papers, but what makes a good wife, mother, caretaker? I put them all down every time he calls. He carries the sharpest arrow of all. What makes me move? What makes me whole? What makes me grasp for anything to hold? It's this love, just a stroke of his hand, and I fall through quicksand. I count all the moments till I see his eyes. I can't help it, there is no sufficient disguise. I walked in for every inch of my soul, grasping in moments that I couldn't hold. Everything I give it freely. I hope when he's older that he still sees me. I long for his soft touch again and again. Someday when it's over, will he be my friend? How could I know that I would fall? Apostle of the sharpest arrow of all. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
You know, I don't do this very often, but y'all both think of at least one more song y'all can do for us other than what's on the list. because we're going to add an extra song for both you guys tonight.
Sure, thank
Sure.
you.
Another song, Mark. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a 62-minute exploratory piece.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
About that other song now.
Thank you, Randy, for the room to really work this one out. No, this is
Save that till the next to the last.
I know in Texas I've played in a lot of song circles and song swaps, and when they don't really love a song, sometimes I've heard people say, well, it's got a lot of words. And I understand that. So
That could
in
be
this
a
one,
compliment or an insult depending on.
yeah,
which
exactly.
side.
It's just a nice way of saying, yeah, whatever. But it's just a made up little declaration, and I fought over words for a chorus for a long time, but I just ended up going really deep, and the chorus goes la 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 la. I think Grace is gonna help me out a little
Sounds
bit.
like Little Richard.
Yeah. For every golden moment I've ever had, I've had just as many that were just as sad. For every beautiful thing I've held in my hand, I've let another one slip through like sand. But there was always something there to hold me back. Every time that my train jumped the track, there's always something to carry me back home, to help me sing another song. Grace, help me sing along. You're singing la 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 la. Yeah. You're singing la 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 la. Yeah. It's that simple. See, I've spent much of my life riding the borderline that was dividing the self-inflicted damage I've done from the person that I could become. It got me running on, but I've always heard that fighting the breakers of the churning sea, that is the best of what you are, what you could possibly be. You're not the one who turns to run with your back to the sun, and you're running on, you're singing la 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 la. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. La 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 la. Yeah. There. There's no reason to feel down today. You are standing on solid ground today. Life, my friends, is just another sunrise away. You've got another song to sing today. So listen, you see, winter passes and spring arrives, and from the nest the little baby flies, and he's off into the friendly skies. Rise up, yeah. You gotta rise up, and you're singing la 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 la. Yeah, everybody sing. It's good for your soul. Singing la 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 la. Ooh, singing la 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 la. Oh, yeah, singing la 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 la.
Yeah.
You guys.
I like that one.
Thank you.
I was grooving in my chair.
You cover a lot of ground with a few words.
Yeah, right.
What is it? Franklin and Jai said that the greatest songwriter in the world was James Brown. Because you give him 12 words and he can write 27 songs.
Oh, and Grace is, as sweet as she is, I can't imagine, but her next song is Throwing Stones.
Could I flip flop since we have an extra
Yes.
song and do
Sure.
Throwing
Yeah.
Stones last?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You knew the rules coming in, Grace.
I know, but they said I could do
Yes,
that
you
one
can.
time. I
Yes,
could
you
make one
can.
mistake.
Yes,
Come
you
on,
can.
Grace.
I know.
Okay, which one do you want to do this time,
This
Gracie?
is called Puritan
Puritan.
because I'm from Massachusetts.
There you go. Me too.
There's this thing when I was in high school, all the parents trusted me because I just seemed so innocent. Like, as long as the kids were
yeah.
with me, it was fine. We could do whatever we wanted. And that was a huge badge of honor for me.
And then a name like Grace to throw in.
Yeah.
I know.
What can you say?
But, so again, back to loving being a mother. My husband back in October was supposed to go away for work for 2 weeks, and it turned into 2 months, which is a long time to be a single parent. And I missed him a lot, so I wrote him this love song. You've got the hands of an angel, and I am your guide. Pull me over and over again in a new direction. My hands are tied, I'm just aching for you to come home. You pull me over and over again, and I can't slow my heart. But I'm puritanical, maybe just straight-laced, 'cause I can look at you and keep a straight face while it's true. No one can love me like you. You make my senses so sensitive, I am your pawn. You play the game like a gentleman, hiding your worst intentions. My tongue is tied, I can't beg you to let me come down. You pull me over and over again, I can't stop running. But I'm puritanical, maybe just straight-laced, 'cause I can look at you and keep a straight face while it's true. No one can love me, but my mama told me a man will show you his worth by the way that he carries the weight of the world. Heart sweating, back breaking, give you the means to come home. When you walk in, my hands will be waiting to hold you up. But I'm puritanical, maybe just straight-laced, 'cause I can look at you and keep a straight face while it's true. No one can love me like you. Like you. Thank you.
I have to be honest, I could listen to you guys all day.
Oh, I know.
Y'all
Y'all are really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mark, what you going to grace us with?
should I do something
You should do what you want to do.
upbeat or something?
Whatever you
What
want
you
to
want
do.
to do.
Well,
What
What
does
do you
your
want
soul
to?
feel?
What do you want to leave people with?
That's that is your original.
If you wrote that, you have my blessing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
if I wrote that, I'd be living in the Miami Beach hotel waiting for the money. I'll tell you what. Since we're all becoming friends here, I'll play you something from my homeland in Rhode Island. Where I live in Westerly, Rhode Island, there's a little island right off the coast. Have you heard of Block Island? It's a little place off the coast. Beautiful New England island. In the wintertime, it's the surface of the moon. In the summer, it's full of, beautiful sights and people. But anyway, I have a little tiny bunkhouse that I've had there since 1997 behind the world famous National Hotel, where I've been running a tab since 1997 as well. So one day a tired sort of boat salesman came in to the bar, and I just sat down, talked to him, and like most things, turns out like songwriting is very easy when you just sort of write down what the conversation.
God gives you what God gives you.
That's right. So this is called Passing Through. Sorry about this.
It's okay. It's either tune it or die here, so it's all right.
The afternoon of the storm, I stood on Sunset Hill, looking through the pouring rain as the great salt pond was filled. Beyond the point, the sea was wild, the gulls were diving down into the churning spray of the Block Island Sound. See, Michael was from an island family, lived there most his life, and I met him in the hotel lobby. We talked into the night, just before the twilight faded as the storm returned to sea. Michael stopped to collect his thoughts, and he said to me, he said, the more that you live and the more that you learn, that the winds are gonna blow and the tide will always turn, but you are temporary. Me and you, we are only passing through. You see, Michael had a wife and 2 children, ran the charters on the bay. After 60 years of making plans, he was living for today. He said, with the storm come the change, his rock is only shifting sand. When I was a boy, the shallow harbor out there was dry land. And the more that you live, and the more that you learn, that the winds are gonna blow and the tide is gonna turn, but you are temporary. Me and you, we are only passing through. Got the ceaseless waves upon the shore, the winds are gonna blow. Time will erase your footprints when you go, and the world will keep turning on and on and on. The world will keep turning on the sun when you're gone. Oh, when you're gone. See, Michael said memories are just photographs in black and in white, and the shape of the world is what you know until another storm ignites. Boats here will keep arriving, people gonna come and go. From my point of view, on this stool, that's all you need to know. And the more that you live, and the more that you learn, that the winds are gonna blow and the tide is gonna turn, and you are temporary. You are only passing through. And that the changes that come when the winds do blow, that is your maker's way. let you know that you are temporary. 'Cause we are only temporary. 'Cause you are only temporary. You are only passing through. Passing through. You see, the afternoon of the storm, I stood on Sunset Hill, looking through the pouring rain as the great salt pond was filled. Whoa, yeah. Thank you, guys.
You have very good alliteration, my friend.
Thank you.
And Grace, you're going to take us out of this part of the show. We're going to come back and we're going to disengage from Facebook after this song and do our interview, which will be just strictly on YouTube. And but you've got a song called "Throwing Stones" that you're going to take us out with. Tell us about that song.
I was just real angry. And
I'm leaving if you're.
Not Grace.
So just as background, my dad was a Marine and wore that as he was really, really proud of that. And he would say that it was a Marine thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but he was just not very emotional, I guess. But he was on the inside, but he was kind of gruff toward others.
Stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I had come actually to play at the Wildflower Festival a few years back. And when I got home, my dad was essentially in a coma.
Oh, wow.
And so I just kind of sat with him. And you know, they kept saying, you know, it's not going to be long now. And I just sat with him and cried, you know, and it was hard. And I hadn't spoken to him in 3 weeks maybe, when all of a sudden he opened his eyes and looked at me and said, "Cut the shit."
Oh my God.
And that's the last thing my dad ever said to me.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh my God.
I'm dead serious. And so I wanted to write my dad a tribute song.
Cut the Shit was already taken.
Yeah.
Marc wrote that one a few weeks before.
So I translated. And this is one of those songs that came and it didn't really feel like I was writing it, you know, it just kind of came through, and so that's why I feel like it's what my dad was saying to me. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones, it's a long, long way to Tipperary. I see setting suns and you see the dawn. Sometimes I look through your window till I see the lights start turning on. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones, I've walked away from heavy doorways. I've walked away from painful tears. I found my garden in your eyes, love. You were my hope and peace throughout the years. May God bless you and garden in your eyes. Love, please know my heart ain't gone. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones. Thank you.
Very nice. Y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here this evening. You're both
Fun.
wonderful singer-songwriters and musicians, and I'm so honored to have you here on our stage. You definitely belong.
Thank
Oh
you.
boy, thanks for having us.
You bet. Also want to thank our Facebook audience for tuning in tonight. Without you, we wouldn't have as many viewers, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in. Also wanted to thank Gene and Barbara Moore, our photographers, and Bruce Davis, also one of our photographers. Gabrielle Donahue back there in the mixing booth, getting y'all recorded. Wanted to also thank Susie Markland
Susie.
for letting us know about you. Yay, Susie. And for our studio audience, we certainly appreciate you coming in, and I know the artists do as well. And Randy, thank you. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. You are in the music room.